What's up, YouTube? You're back with Nia's Garden, where my garden's just a little bigger. Don't worry, you'll see some more of my plants. That is what today's video is all about. So I really was just going to introduce you guys to each plant that I've gotten. They are all super special to me, and I picked them each for a specific reason. So I will go over why I picked that plant, the story behind what happened while I was choosing that plant, and maybe where I got the plant from. All right, let's get started with some of my favorite plants. Now, I did get them from a few different places. You can find these for a bit cheaper than some of the other ones that I have, but I find them to be very fulfilling because they grow abundantly, they grow quickly, they grow in a range of temperatures and lightings, and they're one of the more easier plants to care for. So my pothos plants. Let's get it started. I will start with the first one that I got. I did receive this pothos plant from Pike Nurseries. So here it is. It's so abundant, it's so lush. Now, Pike Nurseries, okay? I did enjoy that store, although I found it to be a little more pricey because I did go other places where I found just as abundant plants for a little bit cheaper. So I will say that because they are exclusive in their area, and they're pretty well known, that it's a little more pricey. But either way, I'm still very happy with my purchase. Here it is. I named this one Yoro or Euro. I'm not sure why. I just had the thought to. But as you can see, it's a lemon lime pothos. Super, super pretty. Okay. Another one that I've gotten, this one I got from Walmart. Now I did get two of these and I have them on the top of my bedroom post. These are a little bit smaller, but there are a few really pretty variegated leaves in there. I was very shocked to see these in Walmart. Seems like since I've been on this plant journey, I've been getting really blessed with finding super beautiful plants that are pretty cost effective. So I did get two of those from Walmart. I won't bore you and show you the other one, but I will show you the one that I just got today. Now I got this one from Hall's Flower Shop and Garden Center. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite smaller shops, just because they have an abundance of common plants with different or a wide range of variegations. Now, variegations is just coloring or spotting. Sometimes it stays depending on if it's receiving enough sunlight, and sometimes it will revert back to a more solid color. But here it is. I think it's super beautiful, and I've actually have never seen a pothos this beautiful in person. I have seen it on other people's channels, but I hadn't come across it myself until today. All right, let's work in groups. Let's actually do what's right next to me. I'll do two of these at the same time. I'll do my manatra plant. I have two types. I have a prayer plant and a praying hands plant. That's gonna be these two here. Now I also got these from Halls. I love, love, love these. These are some of my favorite ones. I'm playing around with the lighting for this baby because I realized that it becomes very unhappy if it's not a particular amount away from the sun, if the leaves are not humid to a certain degree. This one shows me that it's unhappy very quickly. The praying hands, I love this. Now, the praying hands got its name because at night they kind of fold over and wilt over a bit, and it resembles praying hands. And there's a word for that. I forgot it. Don't quote me. But it is a response to the change in sunlight. So that's pretty cool. Now, these plants, like I told you, they both like humidity. I do have a few other plants that like humidity. So I went and got a Vicks humidifier. So very pretty. Next, okay, I'll do another one. Since I just mentioned that diva plant, I'll do another. And I'll show you both of these. One I got from Home Depot, one I got from Halls. Now, the reason why I wasn't going to get another one from Halls. One, they are a little more expensive for the bigger ones. I understand why now, though. When you see the difference in how green the leaves are, Halls's peace lilies look very, very rich and very dense. So first I'll show you the one I got from Halls. Okay, here's a small baby. And the spathe and the spadix on the flowers are very small. This is just like a 4-inch or a 6-inch, I can't remember. And I just put it right on the dresser, and it's small enough just to kind of plop there. Peace lilies like a bit of shade, so it works. I'm kind of fighting against lighting because my bedroom is a southwest facing window and the rest of my windows are north east facing windows. And you know, it's the brightest room with the most variety of light, so I'm kind of condensed to where I can put a lot of my plants. But I don't know if you guys can see just how green this is. Now let me show you in comparison to the one I got from Home Depot. This is a larger one. All right, here we go. So this is a larger peace lily, very large. This one was about $22 after tax, I would say. Let's see if we can get up close. Maybe not. I don't think you guys can see really well on here. I mean, you could see a little bit how this one is darker, but it's a lot more prominent, I would say, in person. Sorry about that, but can't do anything about that. But yeah, so this is it. I love it. I think it's beautiful, and it just sits right over there by my little book shelf. Okay, I do have another peace lily here, by the way. So that makes 3. Now I did get the bigger ones before I discovered what Halls was, because I think that if I knew what Halls was before I got these from Home Depot, I would have invested in the bigger one from Halls. All right, the next thing I would say, let's do this. So this is also known as the Moon Valley Friendship plant. It's from Vietnam. To me, it looks poisonous. I mean, most of these are poisonous if you ingest them, and especially to like cats and dogs. But I bought this just because I found it to be very, very interesting. I'm not familiar with this plant. I'm not exactly sure how it's gonna do. So far it's doing great. I mist it every few days, and it seems to keep it happy. And like most of the other plants, I'm waiting until the soil is somewhat completely dry to water it and fertilize it. So that's that. Find that really nice. These are really just a set of plants that I keep over here because these are more low light plants. Here I have a nerve plant, as you guys can see. Really pretty. I have 2 of those, nothing crazy. Right there is my mother-in-law's tongue, or snake plant. I like this plant because if you want it to do well, you kind of just leave it alone. So hey, I'm not mad at that one bit. All right, moving on to some more of my humid tropical kind of plants. I'm gonna do this one. Thank you. I'm gonna do this one because it is one of my favorite ones in the collection. Look at, okay, it just pissed on me. Totally fine, I'm good with that. The piss joke comes from the fact that inside of this plant right here, there's almost like an external reservoir where the plant can drink more water if it needs it, and it's called a cup. So it kind of just leaked out from the cup, but like again, I said, I'm not mad. So this is my Guzmania bromeliad, and this is a humid loving plant. It is a tropical plant, so it is one of the ones that I bunched together to get some humidity out of the Vicks humidifier. So let you guys just see it again. I'm obsessed, absolutely obsessed with this plant. All right, next I'll do my corn plant. That's cool. Not mad about this one bit. So I got this corn plant from Walmart. Another kind of tropical plant. They get a lot of these from Miami, repot them, sell them. So a couple of these I got together. I got the Guzmania, I got the corn plant, and I got my croton plant that I'll show you in a second from Walmart. And I was very impressed with how healthy each of these plants seem to be. So we'll see how the corn plant does. It does tolerate low light, but again, I have it in my room. I have all of these fairly close to the window because I can manipulate the light more there. And I'm trying to recreate a more misty, obviously, environment because Miami is the air is very humid, very wet. So to keep this one happy, we'll see. All right, now I'll move on to the croton plant that I was telling you about. Now, here's the thing about this plant. Oh, there's a small little gnat. It's okay. I love this plant because, I mean, it reminds me of Deadpool. It reminds a good friend of mine of Deadpool. Also, when I see smaller versions of these plants, the leaves just kind of twist and turn, and it's really satisfying just to see them do their own thing. And I love the crinkly look. Another plant that likes a bit more humidity. Now, I've heard 50-50 about this plant. This isn't my first time caring for this or a plant like this, so we'll see which side I end up on. But literally 50% of people hate it because they say it's very difficult, it's stubborn, it doesn't want to be moved, you have to get the lighting right, or the leaves will turn just a green, which I'm not mad about. Or some people say, what, it's super easy, da-da-da. I mean, I'd have to take a poll on where each of those people were from. So I'm in Georgia. I will see how this does. I put it right in front, one of the closest ones. I'm sorry, I dropped the plant. And I'm also seeing a spider. I put this particularly close to the window. I'm sorry, I just wanted to make sure. I don't know if that's a spider, maybe not. I want to check for pests because I want to nip anything in the bud if I happen to see it. I did spray down each of these plants though before I bring them in the house just to kind of ensure that nothing's there. I don't see anything really yet, but just keeping an eye out. But yes, again, I don't know which side I'll be on. I live in Georgia. It gets very hot here. The sun gets hot. I have a southwest facing window, so we will see. I mist it every day. I put the humidifier on it, and it's in front of bright, somewhat indirect light. So we'll see. All right. Next thing I have is some succulents. Yeah, let's do that. So I just have some succulents here. Soil on the bed, usual. I have some succulents here. I love these succulents because I'm into textured succulents, the ones that remind me of little carpets or really thick beading or anything like that. So I'm pretty happy with this purchase. I haven't watered it yet because I've only had it like a week, and the soil still seems to be pretty damp, and we know that these plants tolerate more underwatering than overwatering. We don't want to get root rot, so we'll see how they do. Next thing I would say would be my Rex begonia. Okay, this is definitely one of my favorite smaller plants because it looks so freaking poisonous. It just looks so scary, and I actually really like that. There's a lot of mystery to this plant. This is another plant that I haven't had much dealings with. I do really like that one of the leaves fell off and the roots are actually growing through the leaf. So I'm excited to see what that turns into. But yeah, I just really like this plant. I find it very interesting. And even though it's spiky, it's not actually hard. It's actually really soft. Probably one more succulent that I'm excited about. I won't show you guys all the succulents because I have so many pictures of ones that I've had for a while. You guys are probably tired of seeing it. But this is another succulent. I didn't catch the exact name, but I will find out. This is another succulent that I kind of fell in love with. The more that I get into plants, the more that I appreciate the simpler ones because they just add something to the room and when they're in the environment with the rest of the plants. So I absolutely love this. It does feel like that carpet velvety finish, and that's pretty interesting. God be showing out. And I would say that's pretty much it. I do have some more succulents and things like that, but again, you guys have seen those. Really excited for the new addition to the family. And I'm excited just to learn more about plants and to see what they need and how they respond to the life that they're given. And just watch them tell me what they like so that they can grow more abundantly. So yeah, that was all. I was so happy to have you guys here back in Nia's garden, which is now grown into my room, but I'm totally happy with. And yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, and I cannot wait to see you again. Remember, everything's in abundance if it's what you're looking for. Bye-bye.